In this video we have Chris Sale and Sandy Leon with the Boston Red Sox a couple of days ago. So just want to take a quick look at something that we see from Leon here throughout this series of pitches. So we have a slider, a fastball, another slider, and another fastball. And then here, another fastball and another fastball. So all these pitches are on the inner half of the plate to right-handed hitters or away to a left-handed hitter. And what you'll notice is the way that Leon is setting up. Now this is something that's going to be extremely important when you catch a really good left-handed pitcher. It's definitely something that can be used with all left-handed pitchers, but you definitely want to use it with a nasty lefty, similar to Chris Sale here. So if you take a look at his release point, so here's Sale's release point. This ball is going to take this path to Leon. So that's a pretty big angle that ball is taking to get to the inner half of the plate. Sale comes across his body, which creates a little bit more of an angle coming across. But with the way that Leon sets up, it makes it a lot easier for him to get to this spot, to beat that ball to the spot. So every pitch that Sale throws here, Leon's able to get to that spot before the ball gets there. And a lot of it has to do with how he's set up. So if he's square to the pitcher here, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to be able to catch this ball and work it back towards the strike zone. So if we take a look at this first fastball, you can see what I mean when I say working the ball back to the strike zone. So he catches this ball, his elbow is slightly bent, it's rotated slightly upward. But then as he catches the ball, he extends back towards the strike zone. So he catches it here, ball hits the mid here, and then he finishes a little bit closer to the strike zone. Because of the angle of his stance of his feet, it makes it a lot easier for him to make that move. So when you're catching guys left-handed pitchers who are nasty, who come across their body, or really any left-handed pitcher in general, this is a good rule of thumb here when you set up on the inner half of the plate to a righty or the outer half of the plate to a lefty, to go ahead and offset your body a little bit to allow yourself or to enable yourself to be able to make this movement that you see Leon make with these pitches on that side of the plate. As he catches the ball, he's able to push it back towards the strike zone. And it's a very natural movement when the body is slightly offset the way he is here. If the body was more square, it would be a little bit less natural. It would be less of a shove, as I like to call it. So he kind of shoves that ball forward. It would be less of a shove if he were square to the pitcher and more of a pull. And that pull is going to cause more movement, less strength, and it's going to cause the umpire more than likely to call more balls.